know,
Make house in the
it's all good, baby. I mean, I ain't gonna handcuff you. You know what I mean? If you wanna be out there, be free, baby. You know, I ain't tripping.
When y'all are in the talking stage of dating, what exactly do y'all be talking about? Because I feel like 99.9% of the issues in the lesbian community in terms of like the dynamics between like relationships between lesbians would be fixed with like conversation, or like if y'all just vetted them before y'all started dating. Like the intimacy issue, like did y'all not talk about that when y'all first met? Like when I first met my girl, before I allowed her to take me out on a date in person, before I dressed up and spent time and energy going on a date with her, I made her have a full-blown conversation with me about intimacy, STDs, past partners, how many times a week you expect, what's your preferences, what are your non-negotiables, what you like, what you don't like. I knew that before I even met her in person. Like what do y'all be talking about? Like y'all don't talk about y'all shared values or like what a functional relationship looks like in terms of like chores or like your expectations. And like if you're a masked lesbian, like you should be asking femmes, especially based on your experience at this point, because we all know that this is an issue. It's all over my page, it's all over TikTok, right? Of masked lesbians not being treated like
First
women,
off, what is a
when they want to.
lesbian? I thought they didn't want to be considered masculine because they wasn't trying to be men. Or you guys tell me down below in the comments.
You know what I've come to terms with? And it sucks, like it really does, but I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to get any help. Like, nobody's coming to help. And when I say help, this is not to get confused. I'm talking about, like, the help that can actually help elevate me to the next level. For instance, my daughter's dad and his family, they're not coming to help me. They're not coming. And at first, I really did try to convince myself or believe that it was because he was incapable of helping and because he didn't have all his shit together. But that's not what it is. He's not going to help because of the heights and the new levels that I can reach with help. I don't know if it's jealousy or wanting to see me stagnant because he's not where he wants to be, but he's not going to make it easier for me to do the things that I need to do by helping me. Whenever I reach out to people for help with anything business-wise, and that's like any information, any links, any whatever, nobody was willing to help me. And I literally hate to be that person to be like, nobody wants to help me because they looking at me like competition, but that's really what the fuck it be. So if you're reaching out to people for help, you know, your family members, your friends, business-minded people, whatever it is, and they're not helping you, baby, that's because you the competition. Why would they help?
That blonde, bobble-headed, bald-head, bimbo, bop-ass bitch had the nerve to sit. Oh, I can't stand Amber Rose. I cannot stand Amber Rose. Hernandez, I owe you an apology and I owe you a thank you. You should have knocked the Mario coins out that hoe. I know y'all saw that bald-headed bozo at the Republican National Convention. And you know who I blame? I blame black men. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to hold this L when it comes to Amber Rose. Because it's the fact that y'all pushed this dumbass bimbo on us so bad that years later we have to sit there and watch her with a tattoo across her forehead endorsing someone for president. As if anybody ever gave a fuck what Amber Rose has to think about politics.
I gave my situationship an ultimatum. Let's talk about it. I have been living with this guy for 7 months now. Initially, he told me he just wanted to get to know each other better because of past trauma. Now, 7 months later, he lives with me, pays half the rent. I take care of him in terms of cleaning and cooking and buying things with getting very little in return. Whenever I talk about just being friends, he gets really upset. He doesn't like labels, but says we are way more than friends. Y'all stressing me out. Y'all stressing me out. Y'all stressing me out. How long do you think I should wait to give the ultimatum? Y'all, let me just start by saying that this is a judgment-free zone.
It's not. You're being judged.
I'm a woman, so you're telling me something that I'm telling you is not true. I look at myself as an alpha female. The reason I'm not bigger, I'm not stronger. Lord knows I can't wait till an alpha male comes in my life and takes over. I'm an alpha female because I am the head of my household. So how a man would be a head of his household and run things, I have to do that until a man comes in and does that. Yes, I am an alpha. The bills are paid by me. My kids are taken care of by me. I run everything that goes on in my life and my children's life to a T. Nothing does not move unless it moves through me. I'm an alpha female. I'm in the working field. I'm competitively in the working field.
Let me ask you a question.
So am I like the only woman that no longer gets approached by men? No, because I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me questioning myself. Like, am I not as attractive as I thought I am? Am I looking old? Am I intimidating? Like, what is it? So now I'm starting to realize that since men don't come up to me, I have to be the one to go up to them. And that makes me super nervous because it's like, how do I know I'm not going to get rejected if you didn't come up to me in the first place and then I make the decision to go up to you? How do I know I won't face rejection? So can I get some tips and tricks, some advice on how to approach a man that I think is cute? Because I have no idea how to. Like, I'm scared and I feel like I can only approach men if I'm drunk, which is not often.
You had him, you fracked around, and you found out. I gave an ultimatum to my boyfriend, and now he's dating someone else. How do I get him back? You don't. You gave him an ultimatum. He clearly didn't respond very well to it, and you've lost him. I don't think you're getting back. My ex is a 23-year-old male, and I'm a 23-year-old female. We were together for 1.5 years. We had an amazing relationship and he was the most handsome, loving and caring person. We were talking about getting engaged and married soon. 6 months ago, under some bad advice from a family friend, I gave him an ultimatum that resulted in us breaking up. Those well-intentioned family friends, eh? For context, neither of us are extremely religious, but I asked him to convert to my specific religious path and he refused, and I have not heard from him since. Everyone in their friend group told me I was an idiot and basically stopped talking to me. Yeah, you were. I don't understand what the purpose is for you to give him the ultimatum if you are not particularly religious. So you give people ultimatums, and I would use that very sparingly if there's something that is an ultimate deal breaker.
I keep seeing this post and all these women talking about save Wade Wilson. What about the women that wasn't saved because of him? Y'all so fucking delusional and fake. And that is the real reason why men were so mad about the man versus bear. Because y'all will act like we all the same just to choose the motherfucker who's exactly like the one y'all be talking about. We already knew that y'all was choosing a bear because y'all would rather die than take accountability. But on top of that, we know y'all like bad men for the most part. And y'all prove it, like not even 2 weeks later. Y'all so damn delusional, it's crazy. Like every time I see these posts, I think about the women who lost their lives. And then I think about the women in the comments who trying to support him. Like that could have been y'all. And some of you motherfuckers act like y'all so terrified of men, we can't even walk outside and jog at night. But then you want somebody just like him to make you feel unsafe. It's just... that shit is so fucking delusional, and the worst part is these women probably have children, or they want to have them one day. Imagine how horrible of a mother you would be. This is why a lot of them will get with men who end up torturing and treating their kids like shit. Y'all just fucking crazy. Subscribe to
know how to hold a real nigga down? You can't even hold yourself down, baby. And consider this my love letter to you. Cause you know, like I said before,